Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm going to discuss about what is electricity bill, how electricity bill is calculated from the electricity meters, and also we'll take an example on how to calculate electricity bill from our home appliance usage. So let us start from now. So when you observe electricity meters at our home, so these are the meters will look like. So some reading is indicated in digitally are like this. Some units are displaying. So based on these units, how electricity bill is calculated. So most important thing you need to observe is from the electricity meter, every electricity reading is measured in the unit of kilowatt hour. kWh means kilowatt hour. So we'll discuss everything about what is kWh or kilowatt hour, how to measure it, how to calculate these values, and everything. Okay. So let us start from this electricity bill calculation, and from this we'll start from the word electricity and electricity. What is the meaning of electricity, electrical energy, etc. So here we'll start about what is electrical energy. Electrical energy is calculated using E is equal to P into T, where P is the power in watts, this is the measurement of power, and this is the unit, and T is the time in hours. So what is the meaning of this electrical energy is, for example, in our house, there are different electrical appliances or electrical devices like fan, TV, light, etc. For example, if the fan is running for 5 hours and the fan is operating with a power rating of some 50 watts. So each electrical device is indicated with some power rating that is displayed on the device itself. So based on the power rating of the device and how much time that the device is operating. So if you know this power and time, so you can easily calculate how much of energy that is consumed by that device from the electricity. So every house is supplied with electrical wires. Electricity is supplied through some power lines, which is comes from the nearby transformer or substation, etc. So like that, the electrical supply is coming to our house based on your usage and the time. Electrical energy is calculated first. So based on this electrical energy, how can you measure electricity bill? So let us focus on this. For example, if you measure the electrical energy from this formula, so where we know that the unit of power is watts, W, and unit of time is measured in hours. So the unit of energy obviously is watt hour. Suppose if this value is greater than 1000, if the value is greater than 1000, so we can use the term K, that is kilo. So 1000 watt hour, 1000 watt hour is nothing but 1 kilowatt hour. Now let us understand what is the meaning of 1 unit of current consumption or 1 unit of electricity consumption is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. So here 1 kilowatt hour means 1 unit of electricity consumption. That means using 1000 watts per 1 hour. So that is the indication of this. So if you measure this value, if this value is equal to 1000, so that is nothing but 1 kilowatt hour. So each 1 kilowatt hour is considered as 1 unit of electrical energy consumption. So based on this number of kilowatts, so we can identify that. So these number of units are consumed from the electricity meters. Now we'll see that what is the relation between electrical energy and electricity bill. So electricity bills are generated based on the electrical energy consumed in kilowatts. So if you know the how much of energy consumed in terms of kilowatts, then we can measure electricity bills. So energy meters are installed in homes and industries, measure this consumption for accurate billing. So in this case, in your electricity bill calculation, 1 unit means, what is the meaning of 1 unit? 1 unit is equal to 1 kilowatt hour. 1 kilowatt hour means, if you measure this value, this is equal to 1000 watt hour. So 1000 watt hour means 1 kilowatt. So 1 kilowatt hour is nothing but 1 unit of energy, or 1 unit of electricity energy. So 1 unit is equal to 1 kilowatt of electrical energy consumed from electrical devices. For example, there is a ceiling fan at our home. Each ceiling fan or a ceiling fan is operated with a power rating of 100 watts. So this rating is displayed on the fan itself. So we can directly see on the fan. So 100-watt power rating fan running for 10 hours. So now we can calculate energy consumption by using the same formula, P into T. So that is nothing but P, that is 100 watts, into T, how many hours? 10 hours. So 100 into 10, which is equal to 1000 watt hour. So we know that 1000 watt hour can be represented as 1 kilowatt hour. So 1 kilowatt hour means, we know that 1 kilowatt hour of energy means 1 unit of electricity consumption. So like that, for every electrical devices, we can calculate how many units you consumed from that electrical device. For example, there is a bulb which is of 60 watts power rating and running for 10 hours. So power into time is nothing but 60 watt into 10 hours, so 600 watt hour. But this is not in terms of thousands, so it's less than 1000. So we need to divide this 6000 divided by, sorry, 600 divided by 1000, because we need to convert into kilo. So divided by 1000 means, so it will be equal to 0.6 kilowatt hour. So each kilowatt hour is nothing but 1 unit. So it is 0.6 kilowatt hour. That means it is 0.6 units only. So that means a bulb, 60 watt bulb, is consuming only 0.6 units of electrical energy. But a ceiling fan consuming 1 unit of electrical energy for every 10 hours. That's the meaning of it. So if you expand this more in detail like a formula, so we can also identify the formula as electricity bill is equal to number of units consumed into rate per unit. For example, number of units consumed is like, for example, in our house, we have only ceiling fan and a bulb. Only these two are there. So each one is consuming 1 watt plus 0.6 watt. So total how many units? 1 plus 0.6. That is 1.6 units of energy that is consumed by this device. So here we need to substitute 1.6 units into rate per unit means each electrical department in different states of India are indicated with unit cost or rate per unit for every unit of electrical consumption. For example, if this is 2 rupees or 3 rupees, something like that. So we need to multiply that rupees, that is a rate per unit, into number of units, so that it will be electricity bill, which is measured in directly in rupees. But what about this fixed charge means? A fixed charge is by default allocated for each household based on the consumer demand or based on the power that is supplied to the house. Suppose if the house is supplied with 2 kilowatt power, so there will be a fixed charge of 50 rupees, etc. If the house is supplied with 3 kilowatt of power, there is a different fixed charge. So the government will decide, or electrical department will decide how much of fixed charge in addition to the usage of electrical energy. So that means electricity bill is calculated in two-part traffic, or two types. One is fixed method and other one is variable charge. So variable charge is dependent based on how many units they are consumed. Fixed charge is always fixed based on the supply given to the house. So we are using the same formula, power into time, to calculate the number of units. And example calculation from the meter, for example, if you don't know how many devices are there in your house, or what are the power ratings, etc. But if you want to calculate the monthly electricity bill, so simply go to the meter, identify what is the current meter reading. So just note down the current meter reading minus previous meter reading. Previous meter reading means, so previous month what is the current energy meter. So electricity meter previous month reading plus current reading. So when you take a difference between current meter reading and previous meter reading, we'll get some value. So that value is directly equal to the number of units consumed without identifying the power rating of devices, number of times, or how many hours they consume. Without using this formula also, I can directly calculate like this also. For example, number of units consumed and for electricity bill calculation is equal to present reading of meter minus previous reading of meter is equal to 200. So totally this month the household is consuming 200 units of electrical energy. So bill amount is equal to number of units consumed 200 into rate per unit, that is 6 rupees plus. For example, let us say the fixed charge is 100 rupees. So 100 is equal to 1300 rupees. This is how a general electrician. So this is how an electrician come to your house and observe the present reading of the meter and observe the previous reading of the meter, which is available on the device itself, or you manually also you can save the previous reading. So when you take the difference, you'll get the number of units. So according to the government rating, so we can observe what is the unit cost per each unit. So 200 into 6 plus fixed charge is 600. So like that, the current bill will be calculated. Okay. For example, appliance based example means for every month, suppose 1.25 units are consumed. For every month means you can multiply with 30. So we'll see this later. We'll see this later with a clear example. But this is a general case where the electrician will come and observe the rating based on the current and previous readings only. This is a direct calculation, but generally we'll observe like this. So at our house, there are different appliances, electrical appliances, fan, bulb, TV, AC, fridge, washing machine, and so on. For example, let us take three. Fan is the power rating of 75 watts. It is displayed on the fan itself. And we generally, on an average, we are using 10 hours a day. We will use fan. So what is the energy formula? So energy is equal to power into time. So 75 into 10, that is equal to 750, but we need to convert into kilowatt hour. So 0.75 kV kWh. So 0.75 kilowatt hour. Similarly, bulb, 20 watts bulb, using 5 hours per day because we are using only night. So 20 into 500, so 0.1 kilowatt hour. So TV, 100 watts heavy rating, 4 hours only we are using. So 100 into 4, 400, so 0.4 kilowatt hour. So this is how the energy is consumed or units consumed by each electrical device. So if you want to calculate total number of units, you need to add all these three. So total daily consumption is equal to 0.75, 0.1, 0.4, which is equal to 1.25 kilowatt hour per day. But if you want to calculate per month means monthly consumption is equal to number of units into 30. So 37.5 units. So per month you are consuming 37.5 units. So if you want to calculate electricity bill, so number of units into unit cost. Suppose let us say the unit cost is only 4 rupees. 37.5 into 4 rupees is equal to 150 rupees. This is your current bill per month. If you are using only these three devices at your home. But there are several devices we can use at our home. Based on that, the electricity bill will increase. Now we will see the more uh, realistic example with calculations, which is the most important for the examination point of view for basic electrical subjects. So calculate the electricity bill amount for a month of 31 days. If the following devices are used as specified. For example, first A, three bulbs are there in our house, each of 30 watts and used for 5 hours. So three bulbs of 30 watts for 5 hours. That is the meaning means, what is the meaning of this? There are three bulbs in house. Each bulb is of power rating 30 watts. So each bulb is using 5 hours per day. 5 hours per day. Similarly, four tube lights of 50 watts used for 8 hours. One fridge of 300 watts for used for 24 because the fridge is on for every 24 hours. So given the electricity rating or rate of electricity is 2 rupees per unit. So here the rating is very low as shown in the example. Every unit we need to multiply 2 rupees only. First, before multiplying this unit cost, we need to calculate number of units consumed per month, because it is asked for per month. So per month number of days is also given 31 days. Now the energy consumed by the bulbs, formula energy is equal power into time. So we know that. So 3 bulbs, each of what 30 watts, used for 5 hours. So power into time 30 into 5. But how many bulbs are there? 3 bulbs. So 3 into 30 into 5. How many days they are using? 31 days. So into 31 is equal to totally 13,950 watt hour. Okay. Next, the energy consumed by tube lights. 4 tube lights, 50 watts rating, 8 hours usage, number of days is equal to 31. So basic formula is power into time only. So 50 into 8 only, but not a single tube light, but 4 tube lights. So into 4. And this consumption is only given for per day. Per day, but we need to calculate for 31 days. So into 31, so we'll get some value. Similarly, for fridge, one fridge, 300 watts, 24 hours usage, 31 days. So these are the units consumed, number of units consumed or energy consumed per month. So therefore, the total energy consumed per month is equal to, add all these three, so we'll get this one. But if we want to convert these energy into units, you need to convert into kilowatt hour. So divided everything by 1000. Divide everything by 1000, so we'll get 286.75 kilowatt hour. 286.75 kilowatt hour. Now, this is only the number of units. Number of units consumed per month is equal to 286.75 kilowatt hour or 286.5 units only. But if you want to calculate electricity bill, so you need to multiply with unit cost. So electricity bill is equal to 286.75 into unit cost, that is 2 rupees. So finally the bill is 573.5 rupees. So this is how a general calculation of electricity bill for electrical appliance usage based on the electrical appliance usage. So this is not included the fixed charge. Generally there is a fixed charge along with this. So that is not added here as an example problem. But when you see practically, along with this charge, a fixed charge will be added. And also the 2 rupees per unit is also not same for all the electricity departments or all states or all countries. It depends. For example, based on that slabs only, we need to multiply that unit cost. So in real time, this will be like this. The practical or real time domestic electricity tariff will be like this. Suppose if your total number of units, for example, here the number of units is 286 units around. For example, if the number of units is less than 100 or 0 to 100, you will multiply with low rate, that is 3 rupees only. The number of units are more than 100 and less than 200, maybe 5 rupees. Above 200, 7 rupees. For example, if your house is consuming 250 units per month, then how electricity bill is calculated? First 100 units multiply with 3, so that is 300. Next 100 units multiply with 5, because it is 5 per rate, so 500. So it is 250, more than 200 also. First 100, 3 rupees. Next 100, 5 rupees. Next 50, means above 200, that will into 7. So 350. You need to add all these three. So this is the direct and real-time calculation of electricity. But as an examination point of view, you should know about this calculation. But anyway, everyone should know about what is the practical analysis of calculation of electricity bill. Okay. So here, let us observe, this is how the basic calculation of unit cost or basic multiplication of unit cost as per the unit consumed. If the number of units consumed is less than 50, 1.45 rupees only will multiply. It's around 50 to 100, 2.6 units. If it is 100 to 300, 5.16 units. This is how we need to generally use to calculate electricity bill. And also let us observe, so there are websites also there to calculate electricity bill. For example, APEP DCL from Andhra Pradesh. Suppose if your household unit is getting a power supply of 3 kilowatt from the mains and you are consuming 283, you need to enter these units. Number of units consumed is equal to in kilowatt hour 283. Suppose if you want to calculate monthly, you can click calculate. So this is how your electricity bill 1582.33. Okay, how this is calculated? So because we know that slab wise consumption, if this is 0 to 50, first multiply, and the first 50 units you need to multiply with 1.45 rupees, so that is equal to 72.5. Next 50 units multiplied with 3.35, next 100 units 5.3, next 83 units 7.5. So add all these three, that is 1392 rupees. So as I know that there is a fixed charge along with the variable charge. So let us say this is the fixed charge is 55 rupees according to the government rule, and also some rental charges, taxes. There are some minor additions will be there. So finally, this is your electricity bill for a particular 283 units of energy consumption. So that's it, guys. So this is how we need to calculate electricity bill, and these are the basics. So thank you very much.